Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I'm George. We're all George. So, happy Friday. Welcome to another Market Open stream. Today we got a lot more to talk about. Are we going to get that parabolic Bitcoin rally? Well, let's talk about what's going to kickstart it. Are we going to see some movement today? And is meme coin season upon us? And what does that have to do with Elon and Ross? Let's talk about those things as well and then have a good conversation. And there's a big announcement that I have to tell you guys. It's huge. So you got to make sure you stay till the end of this video or stream. All right, let's do it. Welcome, 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 guys. We're starting out the day at 104.8, which isn't bad. We got some good news, and I think we're going to see more movement today, although there's something big pending next week. But I do think we do have some expirations happening, futures and options. I believe options is over. Futures is not. And that may be the last thing holding us back. But right now, the U.S. market is opening up in the green, way in the green. NASDAQ plus 200 already. Okay, and the biggest thing that came out today is this, the inflation reading, in line with expectations, which is good. Inflation ticked up, which is bad. It went from 2.6% to 2.8%, but this is in line with expectation. It didn't go lower. It didn't go higher, but it's right in line, which is where we want it to be. Now, why you might be thinking, why is growing inflation a good thing? It's not. It really isn't. But Wall Street views that as a good thing because this gives ammunition to Fed Chair Powell to continue to cut rates later this year. We just had an FOMC meeting earlier this week, and he was pretty happy where things were. He's like, yeah, you know, got to wait and see. But overall, I think what we've done is pretty good. And he wasn't very hawkish. He wasn't very bearish or anything. But, you know, inflation data like this helps push him towards more rate cuts, right? So that came in. That's great. But we also have this to worry about. This is coming tomorrow. So Trump has threatened to impose tariffs on Mexico and Canada, but he may be backtracking a little bit on oil, right? So Canada, I haven't heard much about Mexico, right? All the news have been focused on Canada and Trudeau and the new guy, which I still don't know how to pronounce his name. There's a lot of talk about Canada becoming the 51st state. And, you know, there's threats now by some Canadian person that says they're going to cut off electricity to America if we impose tariffs. So a lot of people are wondering what's going to happen come tomorrow if this does happen. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And that happens to be on a Saturday. We'll see. We'll see. I think Trump is going to go through with it. I think, you know, he's threatened this. I don't think he's going to say, you know, I changed my mind. If you go push this, you might as well go through with it. But, you know, it's going to affect a lot of things. It also is going to affect the car industry. According to this, the one car manufacturer that's going to be affected the most is Volkswagen, followed by Nissan, Stellantis. Stellantis is already in deep trouble. They will basically get decimated by this. Nissan is in deep trouble. They will go decimated, but they're trying to merge with Honda anyways. Volkswagen, they're huge. I don't know. They might be okay, but this is going to hurt the auto industry. It's kind of interesting. You wouldn't think they would, but it does. But that's not all. Trump is also threatening the BRICS nations. I think this is a good move, though. Again, this has nothing to do with crypto, but, you know, it could. Because the BRICS nations, you know, they've been aligning and threatening to get off the US dollar for quite some time. So Trump is like, well, if you want to do that, we're just going to impose 100% tariff on all you guys. I agree with this move, right? You don't want to let others get off the U.S. standard or the U.S. dollar standard. Although it's not really like, it's not like they're threatening war or anything. But I do like this. We'll see. We'll see if that ever comes to be. But right now, everyone's focused on Canada and Mexico, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. All right. Now, going back to Bitcoin and the parabolic rally, is it going to come? Well, if you're looking at just inflows of ETFs, or inflows into ETFs, I should say, it's happening right in front of our eyes. Every single day, it seems like we get massive inflows inwards. Keep in mind, there's only so much. There's only so much that's out there. Okay. And we're getting like hundreds of millions of dollars of Bitcoin being eaten up by the ETFs every single day. Even yesterday, where it seemed like it was good, calm, and a little volatility, but we had close to $600 million going into the ETFs. 600 million. The ETFs alone have close to 7% of all Bitcoin out there. It's just like a big hole sucking up all the Bitcoin out there, right? Now, there are times, I've always said, and especially in 2024, for majority of 2024, this was already happening, and people questioned whether the ETFs will ever have effect, because Bitcoin stood at like the 60s for like 8 months, right? And a lot of people complain, or 6 months. A lot of people complain. Like, if the ETFs are buying so much, how come we're not seeing price move, right? That's just how it is, because there are still market makers, manipulators. There's still sellers that know how to liquidate people and so forth. But ultimately, this is going to have effect, because this is removing Bitcoin from circulation, right? And that's why when Bitcoin was ready, we bumped up from 60 to 100,000 like it was nothing. We just skipped over like the 80s and 90s. We just shot up like instantly, right? And same thing's going to happen soon when we make the next leg up. We're just going to shoot up to like whatever figure we're going to be at, 120, 130, 150, and we may stay there for a while. But all this is happening behind the scenes, and it's going to have a big effect, because again, Bitcoin is not like fiat or not like any other commodity out there. There is a set supply, and you can't manipulate it. You can't cause more Bitcoin to come out per day, for example, or less, or just mint more out of thin air whenever you want to. There's a schedule, and you can't break that schedule. And like 97% of all Bitcoin or something have been mined. There's just not enough to go around. So it's a really easy concept to understand. That rally, we've been in it. I mean, we've been in it since we have broken through our previous high of 69,000 in 2021, right? So we've already started. And I know we're kind of going through that little consolidation point, but man, I think we're really at that point where we are ready to make that huge leg up. Just like we did from the 60s to 100, now 100 possibly to the 120, 130, 150 range, right? That is coming, especially when you have all this massive buying that's happening. Saylor and MicroStrategy, they have now over 2% of all Bitcoin, and they will continue to buy. They have another, I mean, they've been selling shares. It's one of the reasons why I think MicroStrategy's stock has not been going up, because they've been issuing more shares so that they can sell it to buy more Bitcoin. And it hasn't been good for the stock because I guess, you know, you have more dilution right now. But he just has endless money now to buy Bitcoin with. Another 600 million that's going to be, in a stockpile for purchase, right? So 500 million here, a billion there, a billion there, 500 billion there. I mean, it's just going to add up more and more and more and more. And now the states, every single one, Montana is joining in among the 15 other states. One after another, every single one is starting to load up or wants to load up on Bitcoin. So again, that rally, man, the next one is going to push us pretty darn high. Pretty darn high. So get ready. And today, something today could happen too. I mean, we were at just 106 yesterday. We're not too far off from all-time high. I do think futures expiration has a lot to do with today. It always happens. Bitcoin futures expires the last Friday of every month. And Wall Street tends to play around with that, okay, because they don't want to lose out on a lot of money. So I think expiration is about 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, or 12 p.m. It's 1 or 12. I have to look it up. But afterwards, we could see some real movement. We have seen periods like that before, after futures expiration. But regardless, oops, we're a little ahead of the game here. Regardless, we got a lot of things going on, a lot of great things. On a macro scale, we got DXY that's going down, the strength of the dollar. It's been rallying for quite some time, but whenever the DXY comes down, and traditionally speaking, if you look at it seasonally, January and February is when DXY comes down, right? And whenever stock market does well, DXY also comes down, right? Whenever people are feeling good about investing, DXY comes down. So whenever that happens, usually that's when you see Bitcoin start going up, which we have been. But if DXY really tanks, then we're really going to see a boosted effort towards Bitcoin's price. So that's another thing. And today is the last day of the month, obviously. Bitcoin, if it closes, will close like without any sudden move. This will be the highest monthly close for Bitcoin ever in its history. And it makes sense because we haven't really been this high. Yes, we had stints before at 108, 109 or whatever, but those were brief periods. We have been holding now above 100,000 for a long time, for the entire month. This will be the highest monthly close for Bitcoin ever. So again, a lot of people only view very narrowly, right? But if you zoom out, you're like, yeah, we have been going up. We have been rallying. You just have to have a little bit more patience. Look at when we came down from 69,000 down all the way to 15,000, right? And we clawed back up. That took what? A year and a half. We clawed back up. It seems like, when you live in those moments, it seems like it's forever. And then you just, boom, you just jump up. We already had two. We had it happen early 2024. We had it happen right before the new year. And we're about to see a lot more of this as we move forward this year. A lot more towards the end of this year. And that's going to drive Bitcoin to much, much, much higher heights. So the parabolic rally is upon us, but there are so many reasons and factors on why we are going to go a lot higher. So many. So many. And as Bitcoin goes higher, oh, I forgot this chart. I'll just show this. Amazon too, right? Like back in the day, these days everyone knows about Amazon. But back in the day, when it first came out, people also said the same thing. Well, Amazon not going anywhere. It's not profitable. It's not going to do anything. And then look at the chart. Once you zoom out, you realize it's just been going up and up and up forever. The It's kind of like Bitcoin's chart, but Bitcoin has been going up a lot more. If you overlay Bitcoin's chart on top of Amazon's chart, Bitcoin's chart would be like this versus Amazon's chart. It wouldn't be even close in terms of performance. All right. Now, as Bitcoin goes higher, right, obviously you have the entire crypto market going up, and a lot of people love memes. So we kind of have a meme season, right? In fact, a lot of memes have been doing well. You know who else? There's two people I got to talk about that's getting involved with memes. One is a person that just got out of jail. This guy's not meant to make money or have money. So Ross Ulbricht, he just came out of jail after serving 12 years. It was a life sentence. He served 12 years. Trump pardoned him. Okay. So he came out. Someone created a Ross meme coin and sent him half of it. So it was worth like $12 million. So what did he do? Because he didn't know what the hell he was doing because he spent so long in jail. He was trying to add to his liquidity pool. But, you know, it's not as easy as it seems. So basically, he added to his own liquidity pool the wrong way. Some bot started arbitraging. Anyways, caused things to crash. And he just lost $12 million. So now he has about $200,000 left. The guy served 13 years, right, because of his Silk Road involvement. He was making a lot of money back then. It was all taken away. And now he comes out of jail. He's given $12 million, basically. Didn't know what he was doing and just lost it all. Yeah. So there's a story to be learned there. I just don't know what it is exactly. But yeah, there's a story there. And outside of him, guess who else is getting involved with memes? There's a new meme called Musket. It's up 444%. It did shoot up and then come down, and then now it's coming up again. You know who started this? Elon's dad. Okay, it's not Elon. It's Elon's dad. He wants to raise $200 million. So he decided to start Musket. I don't know why he wants to raise $200 million. In an interview with Fortune, Elon Musk and his business partner, Nathan Brown, said they hope to raise $150 to $200 million. See, when you throw terms like that, hope to raise, that definitely means it's a security, right? It's not like, hey, it's a fun meme coin. They're using it to raise money for some business venture. That means it's a security. I mean, we still have the SEC. It doesn't mean that we don't have the SEC looking at these things. And in case you're wondering why Elon doesn't just give him money, or if Elon's go tweet this, I did a little searching. Elon does not like his dad. He thinks his dad is a horrible person. They have a really strained relationship. So it's very unlikely that Elon is going to tweet out, oh, go buy Musket or whatever, right? So just to throw that out there. But, you know, it's meme season. It's kind of like, you know, if you have to blame someone, you blame Trump. You know, if our president can have a meme coin, right, and his wife can have a meme coin, then really anyone could have a meme coin, right? Like, there's no business for a president to have a meme coin, and there's no business for a first lady to have a meme coin. So why not? Everyone should have a meme coin. But at least they were honest about it. They're like, you know, we own 80% of the supply. It's fun. We're not raising money from it. It's not a campaign thing. It's just like whatever. But yeah, so it's meme season. And that brings up the new announcement. So a lot of you guys know that there's a separate channel I have, Alpha First, and Josh, and Scott had this show called Dirty Degens where they're talking about memes and AI agents and everything that's more degen, right? So we're gonna try something new. That channel is still ongoing. I told you guys to subscribe, but we're gonna bring Josh on this channel on Friday nights because I don't stream on Friday nights. And we're gonna see because a lot of you guys love memes. I get not scammed. I get spammed with memes all the time in live chat, and I can't keep up. Josh is the guy that's going to keep up with it. So tonight at 7:30, not on Alpha First, it'll be on this channel. You will see a Dirty Degens, and we'll see how you guys like it. But he has covered through a lot of these memes that have done very, very, very well. Some of the ones that I'm like, I would never look at. Like, for example, this SPX 6900. It's at 1.2 billion. Josh told me he saw this at like $1 million. Okay. So that's like, what, 1,000x? But, and I've heard of this. People have asked me about it. I'm like, I'm not getting involved with this. But I should have because it went up 1,000x. Same deal with Trump. He saw it very early. And there's so many others. And a lot of them are on Sui now, right? And some of the good ones, I backed Snack before, and Snack has been doing really well. And there's some like Bitcoin, which is the Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic Inu one. That's been around, and they've been coming back up. And, let's not forget GameStop, and there's so many. And then Cock Inu, obviously, but there's also new ones that's always coming up. So it's meme season, sort of. And eventually I'll have my own meme. And that's when things will really blow up. All right, so that's coming out later today. So make sure you join in 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, that's pretty much it. Yeah, today, if you look at it, Bitcoin hasn't moved, but Sui did. Sui moved up to 416. You got Chainlink moving pretty well, 25.40. Injective has been moving well, almost $21. So you got some good movers today. I think the futures expiration is holding things back. I think we could see a good move after the expirations. But overall, today, you look at MicroStrategy and Coinbase down slightly, Robinhood up slightly, Exodus up slightly. All right, let's do some Q&A. Paul, I saw a video that he said he did that. I don't know where I saw it, but he actually put out a video where he said that. He was in the wrong. You have to search. It's recent too, Paul, because I think it's part of his plea agreement or something where he had to admit his guilt. I don't know if that's true, but I did see him say that. He actually admitted it in a video. Pan, I don't know what to do with your FTM. I mean, there was a conversion to Sonic. A lot of exchanges did it. I'm sure there's some kind of conversion thing that you can go to where it will convert for you. I don't know if it's on the website. Um, but yeah, you're gonna have to look it up. SBF, they have been talking to Trump, trying to get SBF pardoned. I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna happen. That's way too bad of a look if that happened. But you know, who knows? I just don't think that's gonna happen. Ross is one thing. You know, most people agree that his sentence was just way too harsh. And SBF just started serving his sentence. Not like he's was like Ross, where he was in there for like 12 years. No, I'm not gonna come out with a Gina coin. Although that's pretty clever. I didn't even think about that, but no, it's not gonna be Gina coin. Chris says, "Hey George, the tariffs might get a little crazy. I live in Southern Ontario. We make Ford cars, and I work for a supplier for Honda and Toyota. We make Civic, Odyssey, and Lexus. Um, yeah, you know, I don't even know the end game to this. Is the end game really? I know Trump wants Canada to become a state, but what's the alternative to that? Like, what's the secondary solution to this? Because that's the only thing I've ever heard. I haven't heard what the secondary solution is. Is it to get Canada to buy more U.S. goods, or what? What's the immediate solution? Like, what could Canada do other than say, okay, we're going to become a state? I don't know. I haven't heard of anything else. Maybe you guys can tell me. Cam, whatever my meme coin is, it's not gonna be as. First of all, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want people to create it ahead of time. And second of all, it's going to be more clever than people think. Jonathan, Sonic is fine. It's just lost in a sea of L1s, but I think they're doing fine. They're holding their own. A lot of people still love them since 2021, but they just have to make sure they continue to onboard good projects, especially like AI now and memes. I think it's going to be huge. You got to onboard memes, man. The chains that do the best, that have the most activity, are the ones that have the most memes. That's really what it is now. It's the biggest driver of volume. Um, what is the sound in the background? Do I have sound in the background? I don't have sound in the background. Trump wanted businesses to move from Canada to US, but that's not like an immediate thing, right? Like you can't, it's not like companies can just pick up today and move to US tomorrow. It's like it's not as easy as it sounds. There has to be another interim solution that Canada can propose that will satisfy this, or even Mexico. Like I haven't heard Mexico say anything, or Mexico maybe doesn't care. But I know we get a lot of avocados from Mexico. I'm sure a lot of car manufacturer plants are also in Mexico. Like Ford has plants in Mexico. I don't know what else we get from Mexico. But, you know, there has to be some interim solutions to this besides just becoming a state. Christian says, I'm a Canadian American that lives in Vancouver. The tariffs are going to hurt badly. It is. 25% might not sound a lot, but if everything goes up by 25%, it's going to cause a lot of problems. Is the Jeep Wagoneer a good SUV? That's questionable. Jeep Wagoneers and Grand Wagoneers are being sold for tens of thousands off MSRP. No one wants them. But I have driven a Grand Wagoneer. It looks funky, but it's a really well driving car. It's really nice and comfortable and big, full of technology, but no one wants it. It's too expensive, and I don't know about the reliability. Tariffs are paid by the importer and will be passed to the consumer, except if the consumer doesn't pay, then the importer and the manufacturer go belly up. That's the thing. I think a lot of people understand this. Yes, the manufacturers will try to increase the price and still try to sell it, but that doesn't mean the consumers are going to buy it for 25% higher. So I think that's the misconception there. Where does the consumer buy it from? Somewhere else that's cheaper. Can you check out the YouTube channel Song Market Cap? The idea is to put Song on every crypto project, make leader for a community. Then we will mint Song on Cardano. We will just start. Um, what? Idea is to put Song about every crypto video and make a... Okay, so you go create a song for every crypto project and go mint it. I don't get your concept. Yeah, I don't. And sorry, I'm not gonna check out your channel. Uh, Hamad, ETH is not gonna wake up anytime soon. It's already awoken. It's just moving very slowly with bad knees. It's not going to go. It's not gonna start running again. others have caught up. Others have taken away from ETH. So it's not going to run like before. Will it continue to go up and trend up as Bitcoin goes higher? Yes. Will it go up to its previous high? Yes. How much higher? I don't know, but it will break through its previous high. I'm pretty sure of that. But will it do as well as some of the others out there? I think not. Why don't I like Cadillacs? Because they're all garbage except the Navigator. Well, I take that back. They're not garbage, but no one cares about any of them except the Navigator. It's the only good thing that people care about. Because everything else, there's too much competition and no one would ever consider them. I don't even know the names of the other SUVs. What do they have? Like a XT5 or something, or XT3? Like, I don't even know, because no one has them and no one drives them and no one reviews them. The only one is, well, I mean, Escalade, not Navigator, Escalade. The only one that people ever buy is the Escalade. It's big and it looks good and it's comfortable. I really can't. I can't name any other Cadillac out there. I don't even know the sedan one that has the black wing. I don't even know that one either. Yeah, Escalade, my bad. All the SUVs over 6,000 pounds are good tax write-offs as business vehicles. It's the reason why I bought my Cybertruck 10 minutes before the year was over. It's a great business vehicle. So are G-Wagons and anything else that's big and heavy and expensive. Hey, all you ETH guys, bag holders, why does it matter, right? You guys keep on holding your ETH. You say I'm wrong, continue to hold your ETH. Just like all the Litecoin guys, continue to hold your Litecoin, and just watch others make more money than you. That's it. By the end of this cycle, look at where ETH is versus where all the other ones are, and you'll realize that, hey, maybe I should have converted that ETH into something else. Jason says, I think blockchain is probably the future for identity authentication. Is there a project like WorldCoin that the US could adopt? Well, Hedera is working on that already. Hedera is working on a digital ID system along with, I think, Cardano. They have like a joint thing. They're talking with Doge to do something like that. I don't know how realistic or how far along, but they are talking about it. Sure. Speaking of navigators, they came out with a new one, and that looks pretty good. The new Navigator actually can compete with the Escalade. Finally, is the Navigator for a long time really like was lagging. Chemistry, bro. You gotta realize Trump ain't making the moves on World Liberty Financial. Don't get it confused. World Liberty Financial is driven by two guys. They're ETH project guys. They came out with a ETH DeFi project that failed, and somehow they came out with another one and associated themselves with Trump. So don't say, oh, Trump bought it. No, Trump didn't buy it. He has no idea what's going on with it. MRV, not going to lie, George is convincing me to get Cybertruck, and wife is begging me not to. I'll tell you this, the same thing. My wife was really, 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 really against me getting the Cybertruck. All wives are, right? But now that she's sat in it, she's like, this is the best Tesla so far. It's nice and roomy and comfortable. And she's warming up to FSD because everywhere we go, I just turn FSD on. I mean, she likes it now. She loves it way better than my Model X. So, there you go. Steven, ETH faces serious competition. Yes. I mean, it's not even a matter of opinion. Just look at the metrics. You just have to look at it. ETH competes with every other L1 out there. And all their metrics is growing. And Solana's metrics are all better. Besides TVL, which ETH still dominates. You look at any other metric there is. Volume. DEX volume. Users, active users, I don't know, fees, NFT volume, DEX volume, like anything. I don't even know anymore. You look at transactions, any kind of metric, Solana is higher than Ethereum. So like, how could you not tell me that Ethereum is not weaker because of competition? And then it's not just Solana. You have others too. Even Cardano is eating at ETH's lunch. Same thing with Sui. And same thing now with all the newcomers, right? So it's like, it's just facts. It's not even an opinion. It's not an opinion that Solana is better. It is better. And it's scalable. It's faster. ADA is not Bitcoin's little brother. That would be Litecoin. And that's why you should hold Bitcoin over Litecoin, because Big Brother is still performing better. SNEC, Siciliano. SNEC is the most decentralized utility meme coin on the most decentralized blockchain, Cardano. That is a false claim. I don't believe SNEC is the most decentralized utility meme coin. I'm not going to say anything bad about SNEC because I like the guys, but it is definitely not the most decentralized. I don't think. I don't know. It could be. Fair launch, whatever. It could be. I don't know. It's just a bold claim because there are a lot of memes out there and they all had fair launches. So I don't know if you can say it's the most decentralized. And in terms of the most utility, there are a lot of memes that have a lot of things going on. You could say it's the most decentralized chain. Cardano's trying to be the most decentralized chain. That I could see being a true claim. Clifton, man, haven't had anyone ask about Shiba in a while. I have no idea what happened to Shibarium. Their L2, whether anyone uses it. Their DEX, whether anyone uses that. Um, all the stuff that they came out with. This is the problem when you have a meme that stops being a meme and tries to like create a lot of utility, because then it's not meme. The memeness goes away. But then again, I realize once you're so big in market cap, what else do you go do, right? You have to do something, but you could do more meme stuff. Imagine if Shiba, they came out with the Pump.Fun on top of their chain before Pump.Fun did. That could have changed the history of them, right? But I mean, obviously hindsight is 2020 always. But now everyone's trying to launch a meme coin launcher on their chains. But that's an example of staying with the memeness, creating a meme coin generator on top of a meme chain. That would have been brilliant. Have you heard about the meme coin with OnlyFans? Man, if OnlyFans came out with a meme coin or just a coin or something, I would go all in on that, man. They are just like so dominant in what they do. I don't know why they haven't yet. They really should. Exodus started out really hot and turned really cold. MicroStrategy actually turned up to the green, so that's very positive. What happened to the Hawktua girl? Did she ever do anything else? She like disappeared after her coin launch. Brent, you're right. Cosmos, I don't know what they need to do, but they need to do something. Their economics, their token economics sucks. Their inflation rate is horrible. So they definitely need to, yeah, do something. They could do like a whole thing where not just better burn, but just like stop themselves from being inflationary. A lot of chains do that. They do like maybe they could do a Cosmos 3 or 2 or something like that, where they completely redo their economics, um, and slow down inflation rate or stop the inflation rate, do better burning, do more incentives to get people to come on board, maybe get all the L1s that are on top of Cosmos, somehow have them and their volume contribute to the burning, because right now they don't help Cosmos at all. Injective and Say and Osmosis and everything on top of Cosmos could be as big as they want, and it doesn't help Cosmos one bit. So they need to figure out something. I just don't know what. All right, guys. I guess that's it. Today's a quiet Friday. I guess we'll see. Like I said, futures expiration, I forgot what time it's completely over. I think it's like 12 or 1 o'clock. So we could see something afterwards. But, you know, I think a lot of people are also worried about what's coming tomorrow. So we'll see. Overall, what will kickstart the next parabolic run? A lot of things. A lot of things. So stay strong, my friends, and tune in tonight. 30 Degens premiering on this channel. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to do I might do a crypto cruise tomorrow on my Cybertruck. So in case some of you guys want to get one or you want to buy one for your significant other, just know that Cybertruck is really big though. Okay. It is very long. So, you know, when you do parking and stuff, it is a little bit difficult because it is as long as almost as long as a full-size truck. So, so that's the only thing, but it is really comfortable and nice, and it's very, very good looking in person. So I may do a crypto cruise on that tomorrow, and then Sunday walk. Yeah. All right. Have a good one, guys. Take care. And I'll leave you with this message.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larsen.